UFC Fight Night. Henry Cejudo versus Cejudo just ended like literally just a couple minutes ago. I just finished watching it literally like 3 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago, and I just wanted to talk about the main event. And I think it's time we talk about that the UFC has an eye poke problem. If you guys didn't just see the main event, you probably did because you're probably watching this video by the time you already finished watching the main event. But unfortunately, we had a bit of an eye poke when Henry Cejudo, he got poked in his left eye by Cejudo, I think twice. First time, whatever, shit happens. Second time around, couldn't see out of his left eye. He took the entire 5-minute break. I think he got to the fourth round and there was one more round left. But then at the end of the fourth round, he was saying he couldn't see out of his left eye. He can't see. He's seeing double. I think he just said he was seeing double as an excuse for the ref not to stop the fight at first. But then he realized like the health concerns that he might have if he continues to fight. Because he had one more round left. And you can just take a lot of damage when you're not seeing with one eye. And I'm definitely the type of person where I'd rather see a fighter like lose, like throw in the towel instead of them seeing them injured, Even if it's a fighter that I dislike. Personally, I don't really dislike Cejudo. I think he's cool. I just like meme on him. But, it's a serious health concern. And we need to talk about the eye poke problem, man. Because I don't think Song was doing it intentionally. I don't think Song is a malicious fighter at all. But shit just happens, especially when you have two high-level fighters, people that were striking, because they weren't really wrestling. They shot for a couple takedowns, but they weren't really wrestling or ended up on the ground at any point in the fight, if I remember correctly. And it's a bummer, man. Like, we need to fix the gloves, all right? This eye poke problem just robbed us of a main event, all right? The entire card was amazing. Like, I'm not even talking about the main card because the main event ruined the entire card, unfortunately. And the card was amazing from start to finish. Like, look at this one, the prelims, guys. Let's start all the way from prelims. Modestas Bacchus won by Raquel. Another KO by Rozabuev. Another KO by Austin Vanderfield. There was all finishes on the prelim cards. This is an amazing card if you're watching it start from finish. Like, just look at this. Ricky Simon got a KO. Abdul Malak got a KO. Mikel Costa got a KO against Andre Fili. Ian Cutelaba got a KO against Ibo Islaf. And then you look at the main card. Alonzo Menefield was a fun war decision. Gene Silva knocked out Melissus Bangdasarian, some kind of like, I think, Eastern European guy or like Western Asia guy. I don't know. Rob Font versus Gene Matsumoto was a good match. Brandon Allen versus Anthony Hernandez was like a really good fight too. And then you get to the main event and it just gets ruined. Like, this card was amazing start to finish, right? Like, I remember watching it from start to finish, like most of it. I couldn't really find a stream until like near the end of a good stream until near the end of the prelims, unfortunately. But man, it was a fun card, man. If we would have had like a perfect main event without that little eye poke, then it would have been an event to remember, honestly. Like, best fight of the year, honestly, in my opinion, so far. And it says a lot because we're only in February, late February. But we need to talk about the eye poke problem. We need to find a way to put new gloves, okay? We need to find a patent that puts new gloves. And I don't know why the UFC is just waiting until someone loses an eye and we're going to get an issue. We need to patent new gloves. Get rid of the old gloves. Fuck those stupid-ass yellow gloves they were doing for whatever the hell it was. It was tacky, it looked boring, and just looked like something out of... It looked something like out of a video game. Like, it looked tacky. I don't want that shit. What you need to is renovate the gloves, all right? You don't need to just change the color scheme. You need to so the fingers are not curled up or so the fingers are free holding. So, because I believe the current UFC gloves right now, they're actually curled. So in order for you to strike, you have to like actually open them forwards. And when you open them forwards, you're pretty much like flicking your hand open. And when you're making contact with a person's face, when you're flicking your hand open, you can easily poke someone in the eye. And that's a big issue. What the UFC needs to do is they need to come up with new gloves. And we need to do it eventually. I say eventually because I know they're probably never going to do it. And I know we're probably going to get a really huge decision loss or a fighter losing an eye, unfortunately, whenever they do decide to happens. And I don't want that, I value fighter safety, and I also value good fights. We pretty much just got fucked up out of a good main event. The fight was going good. Cejudo and Song were having a competitive fight. It was fun, and I was enjoying it, really. I was like, you know what? This is a perfect way to end my Saturday night. Perfect way to end it. Main event. I was literally just about to cook dinner after the main event, but then like I wanted to record a video as soon as possible because when I saw the decision, so I was like, fuck it, I'll put dinner on hold. But man, we got messed up, and we really need to think about fighter safety. We need new gloves, and we need to patent it not years from now, not a decade from now. We need to pan it as soon as possible, because getting robbed at an event like that is just heartbreaking. Well, not heartbreaking, but it's very unfortunate. And we've seen this get repeated often. Like, it's not something that happens once in a blue moon. Like, we've seen fighters get eye poked a lot, and it just ruins fights. Sometimes the entire momentum of a fight can shift just because someone got eye poked, and it's not fair. I don't even know if I want to talk about the main card. I got my predictions like kind of right, kind of wrong. Doesn't really matter. I feel like the main event debacle just kind of ruined it. There was a lot of controversy in the main event, in my opinion. And we just got fucked out of a card. You know, Song did win the fight by a technical decision. Maybe I need to like rewatch parts of it, but I think Cejudo actually kind of was winning it. I don't know. Like, there are some fights that I felt like they could have went the other way. Like, I felt like Rob Font lost to Gene Matsumoto, but apparently they gave it to Rob Font. I definitely thought that Hernandez won the fight against Brendan Allen, but that was like a close one. Gene Silva, Alonzo Menafield. I was like, iffy on the predictions. I'm not really the type of person to bet, so I don't really care about having good predictions. Like, it's cool to have, but it's not something I absolutely need in my life. It's unfortunate. I mean, it is cool, though, that apparently we are going to get an instant rematch, but how long is that going to take? Right now, we're February. Do you guys think we can see a mirror match by maybe May? April? Like, how quick can Cejudo turn around? I think at the minimum, we need 3 more months. Right now, we're February 22. So I think we can see a rematch maybe in June or late May. And I think that makes all the sense in the world. I don't want them to instantly run it back, at least until they do like the health checkups on Cejudo. And who knows, maybe if you do want to run it as soon as possible, you can temporarily move up the fight to featherweight so they don't have to cut weight again. Because I know cutting weight is a bitch when it comes to fighting. That's like one of the biggest issues ever when it comes to fighting. But yeah, that's it I just want to talk about. I think we need UFC gloves. We got robbed of the main event that was going good. It was fun. The entire card was awesome from start to finish. And it just bombed at the end, and this shit always happens. You can never have a perfect card. It's almost so rare to have a card that's perfect from start to finish that's fun. There's always got to be at least one fuck up, and we could have had a very good ending, but we got robbed of it. And I think the UFC should think about getting new gloves for fighter safety, and so just the people don't get robbed of a fight like this. Like, can you imagine how beat up Cejudo feels right now? Like, he's probably worried about his eye. Like, he just lost a fight because of some bullshit. Song looked like he was heartbroken about it too. Like, I saw, like, a moment with Song with just sitting down with his back against the cage. Like, he was looking upset. Like, this isn't how I wanted to win this fight. And I know Henry didn't want to lose that fight either. I think he's definitely the type of person where he would rather lose a fight by, like, an actual decision than a technical knockout or a technical decision. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. I just want to talk about the main event, why we need to fix the gloves. And that's it, really. If you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you don't, that's all right, too. Anyways, see you guys in the next video.